In this video, I'll walk through the P2P-03 purchase return workflow in SAP. This process covers situations where a buyer needs to return goods to a supplier. For example, in cases of over-delivery, damaged items, or incorrect deliveries. It also ensures accurate stock management, accounting, and financial reconciliation. Before we begin, let's go over a few prerequisites. The receiving process must already be completed following the purchase order. The batch, quantity, and reason for return should be confirmed, and an agreement with the supplier should already be established, either through a contract or a formal approval. Before we get started, you'll notice the light green arrows in the diagram. These indicate where other workflow connected to the purchase return process, meaning this flow continues from a previous scenario. Here you can see the supplementary apps. These are optional apps that can be used alongside this workflow. A short description of each app is shown here, so if you ever need to perform any of these additional actions, you can refer them here. You'll also notice that yellow boxes represents SAP apps, while white boxes represents tasks performed outside the SAP system. Now let's begin the as needed section of the flow. This process can either start directly from P2P-03 or be derived from P2F24 or O2C-03 flows. The first step is to use the Create Purchase Order app to create the purchase return order. Once the order is created, the purchase approver will review and approve it using the My Inbox app. After approval, the supplier receives the return receipt for the item, and the purchasing representative receives the return instructions for the supplier's warehouse, which is all the way up here. Based on this return instruction, the goods issued for the return item is posted back to the supplier using the Migo app. At this point, the process continues to the P2F18 picking flow, and the warehouse representative will get the product ready for delivery. This concludes the as-needed section of the flow. After completing the picking and packing flow, the process continues from at the time of posting the credit memo timeline. Here, the supplier has already received the returned goods, and the purchasing representative creates a supplier invoice in SAP. When creating a supplier invoice in the Create Supplier Invoice app, the transaction type is credit memo to reduce the amount owed to the supplier. Next, the accountant reviews and approves the credit memo using the My Inbox app. If the credit memo has already been paid, proceed to the clearing incoming payment flow to complete the process. If it has not been paid, continue to the outgoing payment flow to request a refund from the supplier. This concludes the summary of P2P-03 purchase return flow.